Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I hope everyone is doing good. Now we are just running with lecture 8. The topic for lecture 8 is Introduction to RDF and Sparkle. Here in this lecture the objectives are the resource description framework RDF, how to write, read RDF, how you can describe your data with RDF, what Sparkle is, the different types of Sparkle queries, how to write a Sparkle query, and the content is Introduction to Resource Description Framework for describing your data. What is RDF? Its structure, representation of RDF, introduction to Sparkle, how can you write a query or manipulate data in RDF, and pointers to the further reading or example and sort of like exercises which will be given to solve at your end. Here we go with Resource Description Framework Introduction. So what is RDF? RDF basically stands for Resource Description Framework. Here you can see that resource is everything that can have a unique identifier. Something that has a unique identifier is simply a resource. Description, your attributes, feature, relations are descriptions. Framework is a model like any framework, the language or the syntax for the description. RDF basically was published as a W3C recommendation in 1999. Here in the right side you can see the image too, the user interface and application, the trust proof. This all will be clear inshallah in the next slides when you will be clear with the RDF. Here we can see the RDF structure. What is RDF structure? What is triple? RDF is generally syntax for representing a data on the web. Like we know about triples, what the triple are. A piece of information like which is expressed in the form of RDF, like subject, predicate, object. Subject, these are the three basic things on which the statement is belonging, is actually dependent. Subject is a resource like which may be identified with the URL. That is basically a resource from where the data is taken. Predicate is a URL like from where you have used the specification or your relationship that connects your subjects with object. Object is a resource or a literal, that means subject is related. That means object is related to the subject and its relation that can comes is a predicate. Here in the example, like we have taken an example of a legal entity. You can see this red area, that is called a subject, and this subject is dependent on this brain object. Once this subject is dependent on this object, they have some relation, they are showing some relation which is predicate. Okay, here we can see the next example in the graph based, a collection of triple like full address. Here we can see at the top has registered side, that means it's predicate, that means this full address has some relation and that relation is depending on some object. Full address has some relation which is depending on the object. That means this full address in the form of triple, we have a subject and this registered side is a like in the form of relation, and this legal name is our object. Here you can see we have already discussed in the previous slide about subject, predicate and object. Here you can see it is given by it is given and explained by different examples. The red area is showing the subject, the blue area is showing the predicate, and the green area is for the object. This is the actual way, the definition to write a syntax for RDF XML. This is the actual way to write RDF, like definition of prefixes, description of the data triples, how to represent data in RDF, like RDF vocabulary. What vocabulary is that? Like something which is comprising on some properties, on some like classes, its relations. That is some vocabulary, like which is used to describe something, which is used to describe that you're thinking, which is used to describe your data, which is used to describe what entities you are working on. Here we have said that RDF vocabularies are a set of terms that is describing things, simple things or anything. So set of terms, what do we mean by set of terms here? A term is either a class or a property. We will see actual like what the class is as already we have seen in the previous classes, but here again in the next slides we will see what actually the role of class is in the complete RDF or a property. Exactly. Here the property can be of two types: relationship, which we are calling object type properties, and that we have worked already on it too, and the attributes we are calling all the attributes are data type properties. I hope this slide is clear. What is vocabulary? A vocabulary is a data model. It's a complete data model which is comprising on classes, properties and relation. A vocabulary is comprising on classes, properties and relationship, which is used to describe your data and metadata. Like here we are saying the vocabularies are set of terms, like any set of terms which are describing anything. And in the general form, if like we are using the word vocabulary, that means it is a set of terms which is describing. Let's suppose we are talking to each other. That means we use some vocabulary to communicate to collaborate with each other. That means those particular terms are coming under the heading of set of terms. We are using some vocabulary to contact, to talk, to conversate, to exchange data, to use some information. Here that terms are called class or property. Obviously once we will talk to each other, we will be calling some names, we will be exchanging a particular data, we will be showing some relations, and whatever the relations can be shown are of two types: object type properties and the data type property. In a simple statement, whatever the relations we are showing, we can identify are called object type properties, and whatever the attributes we are showing are called the data type properties. What are classes? In the previous slide I have told you here a term either is a class or a property. Here in this slide we will be seeing what actually the class is. A class is a construct that represents things in the real and or information world. Example, a person or an organization, concept such as health or freedom. Once we are working or to create or build or design an ontology, what we do, we are just thinking about some domain, like which area we can work on, which area we can think on. Here they have taken some concepts, easy concepts like health and freedom, which they are calling a class, like a person and organization. Clear? A relationship is easily, like it's a real term which is very easily understandable by us. What relationship is? A relationship, that means which joins something. like which is a link, which is connecting something. So here the purpose of relationship is to connect two different classes. Obviously, once two classes will be connected, we must be using some relationships. If I focused on the definition, it is a link between two classes for the link between a document and the organization that published it, that is, organization publishes document. Here we can see document and the organization that published it. It means there is some organization, what their organization is doing, that organization is publishing document. It means their organization is a class, document is a class, and publish is a relationship. Because organization is, in simple term, if I can say, in the previous classes we have seen triple: subject, predicate and object. Here organization is like a subject, document is object, and the publish is the predicate. Simply, organization is a class, document again it's a class, and publishes is its relationship, which is connecting document and organization, which is connecting two different classes. Or the link between a map and the geographic region it depicts. Example, map depicts geographical region. Here, like map, geographic region and depicts. That means map is a class, geographic region is another class, and what geographic region and map is connecting with, they are connecting with some relation, and what that relation is, depicts is working and performing its function as a relationship in this statement. In RDF, relationships are encoded as a object type properties. In the previous slides, we have seen the object type properties, like what the object type properties are. Although in the previous lectures we have gone through with each of these terms, like what are the object properties, what are the data properties, its usage, its work, right? Again, here in the property we can see characteristics of a class in a particular dimension, such as the legal name of an organization or the date and time that can observation was made. That means property. A characteristics of a class, that means we are talking about any class, and what the characteristics, what the properties that class has are called its properties. What are the characteristics, what are the specialties, what are the unique, what are the attractions in that class, what make that class so attracted, what make that class unique from the other class, what are the other properties to that class are called under the heading of property. Clear? Example, here we can see an example: classes, relationships and the property. In the previous slide we have clearly seen what are classes, what are relationships and what are properties. Classes, if I can see this registered organization, again a class, again some object, that means this is a class, it's a property, and then again a class. That means again here a class that are connecting with the relationship are again, and the full address, and at the end we are connecting with some object. It means this concept is totally based on triples. It means some classes are connecting to the next class by some property. This class can have some properties and the next class can have some property, and their relationships, obviously, which is connecting two different classes, is its relationship. Model your own vocabulary as an RDIF schema. There's a task like, if there is a no suitable, authoritative, reusable vocabulary for describing your data, use conventions for describing your own vocabulary. RDIF schemas RDFS, which we are calling normally RDFS schema. This S is for the schema. And OWL, that we have already learned in the previous classes what OWL language is. So it is like almost same. Today a task to work with that RDFS. Example is given here. Definition of a class. What is the definition of class that we have seen in the previous slide? Here, this is the simplest way to describe. Like here, RDFS is given. There is a some label, a class which is OWL class. Its label RDFS, and its comment and its scope. It exists. It's performed. Like how this all is going. This is the complete definition for the class, that the class represents the service itself. As noted in the scope, a public service is the capacity to carry out a procedure and exist whether it is used or not. Clear? Introduction to Sparkle, the RDF query language. This is the query language, RDF query language. Here we can see something about Sparkle. Sparkle is the standard language to query graph data represented as RDF triples. Sparkle protocol and RDF query language. One of three core standards is semantic web along with the RDF and OWL. We have seen previously OWL. Here in the next slides we will be focusing on RDF, right? And this is the version that you're talking about. Like recently the working draft status for the Sparkle 1.1 and the standard that was it became a W3C standard in the January 2008. Types of Sparkle queries. There are 4 types of Sparkle queries: select, construct, describe, and ask. In the next class, in the previous classes, we have seen the concept of XY. What is X and what is Y? If I use the term select, that means we are under Sparkle queries. Return a table of all XY. That means here X is our subject and Y is our object. They are working as 2 different classes. There is no any relation that we have to build over here while applying some constructions. Satisfying the following condition. That means a subject is dependent on object, but either is it following satisfying some condition. Now construct. Here we can say find all XY. Example like following condition. Substitute them into the following template in order to generate possibly new RDF statement. Statements will remain same that we have discussed before. A complete statement when we are discussing like find all X, Y, etc. If I can see, this is a complete statement over here which is dependent on triples. Satisfying the following condition. That means we can see over here what X, what Y is. What is the purpose X? What is the purpose of X over here, and what is the purpose of Y over here? What X is representing, what Y is representing over here. The third is describe. Find all statement in dataset that provide information about the following resources. That means if you are given any query, any scenario, and you just ask to find out any of X, Y, that means you are asked to find out subjects from that query and the object from the query that can be shown as per the result. Like ask is mean what we are asking them, what we actually want, what the result we want to show. Are there any X, Y, etc. satisfying the following condition? If there is any condition, or we can say there's a scenario which is just asking you to find X, Y. That means there is some value given to X, and again there is some value given to Y. that value will be fetched from this x, which is working as a subject, and over here there can be a value assigned to this y, and you can be asked to fetch the value from this y. And when x and y are there we need to construct a relation that can resemble class A and class B. Here xy, you can give any of the name like xy, abc, or anything that you want to, but over here we are representing it x and y. Here you can see with a clear example for the previous. This is the structure for the Sparkle query. What we write actually: select what actually you want to select, name, that means x. Here I want to find x, that is a type of query what I want. Suppose there is an example of hospital. From the hospital you need to fetch a data of orthopedic department. What you simply do, you can write a query related, and you will write select, select, again question mark, whatever you need to require, that you will type over here. That is a variable, that means what to search for, what you are looking for. That is, this query is totally dependent on the scenario or the thing that you are asked for. Now where, that means we need some location from where we need to find. We need some conditions, we need some patrons. Obviously when we are talking about RDF, that means we are talking about the RDF triple. From where, when select name, it must have some object. Here object can give us a place or the legal name that we have seen in the previous slides. What that is, RDF triple patron, that is the condition that have to be met. Select is a subject over here. This is the way for writing a Sparkle query when you are asked to write any Sparkle query to fetch the result about any given scenarios. Select name, that means the subject which you want to fetch, and where, from where you want to fetch. Subject and the object. Select is working as a subject and the where option is working as an object. Clear? Here we can see some examples along with its result. Select, like return the name and address of an organization. The what is it asked to return the name and address of the organization. We have to find out a name and an organization address. So sample data, what is the sample data? Like this is the way, the name is Nike and its registered site is 1234. Okay. Company B, and the name is Barco, and the full address is this one, Dallas Road 24 2160 Womack Hill. This is the address. Now what is the way to write query? This is the actual way to write the query. Prefix, its total prefix, and the select what we want name and address. We want name from this registered site, and we want address from here. This is the complete that what we want and from where we want. And in the result, the query, this query will fetch the result like this: name and address. This is the name that you are asking, and this is the address that you are talking. Clear? We can see a next example. Here the condition is return all books under a certain price. Okay. Again we have written here a prefix. Book 1 Sparkle tutorial, book 1 price 42, book 2 semantic web, book 2 price is 23. We can see its result like return all books under a certain price. That means we have written a query. What we are searching: book, its title, like which one, book 1 or book 2. Here title means like book 1 or book 2. You can see in the previous slide we are talking about two books, book 1 and book 2. In this slide we will discuss like title, from where its title, either it is 1 or 2, and its price, because there were the two different price for this, 42 and 23. Here we can filter like price 23 and 42. So book 2 price is, and the title is Semantic Web. So here under the certain price the book is Semantic Web, which is book number 2. Here is one more example, like create a new graph with another label for name. Now what we have to do, we have to create a new graph with another label for name. Like here is a company name, like 1, again A, the B, its site, like its address, and the query, its prefixes, construct, now there first what we have done, when we were using the select, that means the data was already given. Here select, that means the data was already given, but here we need to construct, because we are creating something, creating a new graph. That's why we use the syntax construct. Construct, what we need, graph with another label for name. We need graph with another label name, from where we, and that address is given. So the resulting graph is the Nike and the barcode. So this is the name. Here we can see the describe, written all triples of organization registered as a particular site. Here what we have to do, we have to return, that means we can use the syntax like describe. Now what we have to describe, first when we will write for the query, we will simply write the prefix and we will describe that we need some organization. Here is the organization, from where that organization has some registered site, that is here, and its result is over here. You can see on this screen there, like has a legal name Nike and its organization has registered site. Again for the describe, like return all triple associated to the particular resource organizations. Here we can see the examples, again the Nike and the barcode, its address, registered site is also given over here. The query is mentioned, like we just need to describe. What we need to describe, we have to return all triples. That means we have to find like what name, from which organization, and what are they registered with. That is the result for them. Clear? Now the last one is ask, fourth one. Are there any organization having 1, 2, 3, 4 as their registered site? Now this is for the query. Are there any organization having 1, 2, 3, 4 as their registered site? So here we can see in the example, like again the legal name is same, and the site that we are working, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, it's given over here, and the second name is given barcode and its address is given over here. Now this is our sample data. What we will do, while looking at this sample data, we can make a query. We will write a prefix, we will ask. Now this ask is empty, because why? Because we want all the information related to this organization. That means organization, its registered site 1, 2, 3, 4, and the result is true. That means yes. Is the organization having 1, 2, 3, 4 registered site? So the result is true. Yes, it has. Clear? Again for the ask, is there a registered site for the organization barcode? Now the situation is they are asking about the registered site for the organization barcode. Again you can see here in the sample data, from this sample data is created what the statement is given to you, what the condition is given to you, or what the scenario is given to you, right? There is a query related to this sample data. You can see over here. Its prefix, ask. What is asked? What they have asked? They are asking about a registered site for organization Barco. That means we need to find it from where has registered site. We are searching for the site. The result is false. That means no, there is no any registered site for the organization Barco. The result is false. You can see in the ask condition what the result is and what is the way, what is the style of writing, and the next is Sparkle update. Like what are the Sparkle updates? Like Sparkle updates can be used for adding data, which we have done in the insert, delete, load, clear, create, drop, copy graph, move graph, or the add graph. These are the all updates that can be happen in under the Sparkle. These all you can use while giving your query as per the given scenarios. Here in the insert we can see add a registered site for Barco. That means they are asking for the insert. Again, what we do by looking at this question, we can create a sample data. This is our sample data. After making a sample data, we can write a query. That means here, and what we are searching, we want to insert data. Add a registered site for Barco. We are searching a data for Barco over here, and its result is this, which is shown on the screen, right? Here we are working for the insert. We have inserted the registered site for Barco and the result is shown over here. We can insert the data. Insert or delete, like we can apply the both functions at the time, like change the address for Nike. That means what we have to do, we have to delete first, we have to replace the address for Nike. That means whatever the address was given before, that we have to replace, that we have to delete and insert a new address for the Nike. Here again we have created a sample data and query against that data, and what we have done here in the insert, we are inserting a data. What we are inserting the data, we have add a full address of it, and the result for that is shown over here, has a legal name, that is Nike. Over here we can see the result. So the summary for this whole lecture was the RDF is a general way to express data intended to publishing on the web. RDF data is expressed in triple subject predicate object. Clear? And the different syntaxes which we have seen existing for expressing data in the RDF, the different syntaxes which we have seen in the previous slides. Sparkle is a standardized language to query graph data expressed as RDF. Sparkle can be used to query and update the RDF data. Here this is the last slide. We can go through with the complete review, quick review for the lecture. What was the lecture? Lecture was totally dependent on the RDF. What RDF is, what does it mean, on what it is depending, what are its type, what is the way to write RDF, and Sparkle, what Sparkle is, what are the ways for writing a Sparkle query, what different ways we have fetched the data when we are given some sample data or we are given some scenarios. Hopefully this video will be helpful to you. Inshallah we will meet in the next class. Till then, take care. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.